welcome to a video that I've been promising for quite a while. Anybody who's been watching our vlog has seen our FC Rx7 sat in the workshop in the back for a little bit, and I gave you a quick little walk around of it. But this video here is to actually show you, a bit more in depth the car. She's a very rare old car, so there's not many around, not many people get to see them, so I thought it'd be quite cool to give you a little walk around. It's nothing special, it's an old Mazda, but she is quite cool. Don't judge us on it though. She's never been fully detailed. She's just a very clean car. I have obviously cleaned it up to an extent, but it's never been like fully detailed. She comes, in and out. If anybody watches a vlog with the training courses, sometimes we have to put her outside if we have a customer's car in the workshop, because that takes priority. So yeah, she's never like fully clean. She just has a cover come on and off, so there may be some little water spots, like water spots or something, so don't judge us on it. It's not show worthy at the moment, but here she is. As you can see, she is clean, but just not perfect. So as I said, don't judge us on it. But yeah, here she is. Let me get out so you can get a better view of her. So yeah, she's a 1985 Mazda FC Rx7, obviously rotary engine. We picked her up in just after the first lockdown. Picked her up from up Preston, where a very good friend of mine picked up two cars actually. He had an FD Rx7, which actually there's a video of it on our channel, doing cold start, because it was a stupid 700 horsepower fully bridge ported FD Rx7, and he did a deal for this car and a AE86 Sprinter Trueno, which is now pandaed, and yeah, it was just one of those things in fate. Quite a big initial D fan, and obviously both cars are the main cars from initial D, so it seems silly to let one go. So yeah, I was pretty much arm bent forced to buy it, which I'm very happy about, because we're now a good, well, must be 18 months probably. Yeah, probably 18 months since we've had it, and loved every single minute of it. It is not it's not easy to live with. It is a pain in the backside. It is a rotary. You never fully trust it, and you never give it that much praise. So if ever we say anything nice about it, we sort of just whisper it, because if it hears, it could easily just, decide not to start on the morning of a show, or, going on a crusade run or something, and yeah, it just might just end up on the side of the road in flames. So you have to be, whisper quietly good things about it. But to be fair, in the 18 months I've had it, it has not let me down wherever I've tried to go. It has always got me where I want it to be. Funny enough, it's only ever broken down when it's been in this workshop or outside of it. So that is very, very lucky for one of these. But, yeah, besides that, we still love it to bits. So a bit about the car. I didn't buy it like this. Well, it's not that modified, but it was a stock S4, which is a series of it. It's not an Audi S4, obviously. You're not stupid. It's series 4 S4, and she was a pretty much stock car. It was on old 300ZX wheels. Actually, I'll include a photo now of what she used to look like. Yeah, so you can see that she was looking a bit different back when we first picked her up. So on the outside, what have I done? I have, obviously the first thing you notice is the wheels. This is the second wheels that I've put on the car. The first wheels were 18-inch Team Dynamic Drivs. Yes, I am saying that right. It is Drivs with a Z. And they were very cool. They sat on the car really nicely, but they just weren't, they just weren't quite right. I loved them, I look cool, but everybody just kept telling me that I needed to put some proper Japanese wheels on it. And also, to be fair, the 18s were just a bit too big. We do like to have fun in it. We do like to get the rear out on it. We have done, attempted, as much as my skill level will let me do, a little bit of drifting. That's probably very strong for what I've done, to be honest. But that is the aim of the car, is to have fun and drive it. So the 18s were just a bit too big for it, too wide, because it doesn't have that much power. So went down to 17s. They're 17 by 9, so they're still quite wide. I'll give you a zoom in on them. 17 by 9, still quite wide, as I just said. And they're now on 215 45 17s. I tried a 225, but it was, again, too wide a tire, and it just didn't look nice. But these are Manor MS06, Manor A Sport MS06s. They are stupidly rare. As you can see, has no center caps, and it's almost impossible to find a set. And if you do find a set, they're also crazy money that you'd never spend on center caps. So that's why they look like that at the moment. I am going to sort this out by finding some sort of center cap which will click in, and then I will be able to sort the thread out, and then just look a bit better. Yeah, so they're very, very cool. They sit really nicely. The rear could come down a little bit, so could the front, to be honest, but with the splitter on, which I'll show you now, she will catch on most things. As you can see, it's not exactly high up in the air, so yeah, that's why at the moment she's going to sit at that ride height. So yeah, obviously the wheels, obviously the splitter that we've put on, it's a standard front bumper, but the rub strips, as you can see, were originally black. They have been color coded. We have put Series 5 side skirts on, because that makes the stance look a lot better. Color coded the door strips, rear strips, and the rear bumper strip is also color coded now. And you can obviously see we have a top secret style diffuser. Yeah, much better than what the original was. And which I forget about, the they're Series 5 as well. Yeah, Series 5 rear lights, afterburner lights. So if I pop the lights on, I'll pop the lights on, and then you'll be able to see. So obviously down there, what's going on? There we go. See, everybody loves pop-ups. Such a shame that cars can't come with pop-ups anymore, but as I walk around the back, there you go. Lovely afterburner lights, almost, you know, similar to a Skyline. You know, that sort of look. But yeah, really like that. It just changed the rear end, because the original lights on them have got the black surrounds and stuff, and it just doesn't look as nice as them. You know, especially at night driving down the road, it's a really cool look. So yeah, that was pretty much on the exterior. Obviously, red sun sticker. I mean, if you've got a white FC and you don't put a red sun sticker on it, what are you doing? I mean, you just have to do that. It's law. And we have a well-placed shopping list from one of our recent rallies with Crusade, with their sponsors, and obviously the best one at the bottom. Yeah, and that's a lovely Crusade strip on the windscreen. Oh, and actually one of the biggest overall, I nearly forgot, but one of the biggest overall changes is the bonnet. I think that really changed the look of the car by putting the S5 vented bonnet on. I just think that really changed the look of it. But yeah, she's wheels. They are spaced now because they were sat a little bit too far in the arches before, and I just didn't like it. So got them spaced out now, and it's sitting a lot better now. Let us know what you think about the outside of the car. Any changes we should make? I have some plans that I want to change on it. I want to put a wing on. Controversial, I know, but I want a wing with the brackets off of here, which will come up and it will sit roughly about here. So yeah, I know it's controversial, but it won't just be a wing on as it sits like that, because it will just be a bit overpowering on the rear. But I will have side skirt extensions. I want to get like a D1 style front bumper with canards, and go a bit more of a track look. Yeah, because that is the overall aim of the car. Once we finally get there, I do want to use it. I do want to drive it hard. So, you know, I wouldn't be scared to do the odd track day. So yeah, that's why the sort of look I want to go for. Yeah, so let me show you the interior. So you basically have a greenhouse at the back. Apparently a parcel shelf is an optional extra, and this one doesn't have it. So basically, if you have anything valuable in the boot, everyone can see it, and they just have to literally just smash this massive piece of glass and then take whatever they want. So yeah, as you can see, all I keep in the boot is 2-stroke oil, and pretty much every other spare for the car that is possible to fit in that bag. Belts, spark plugs, everything I can fit in that bag is in there, just to keep the car running if ever it needs to go anywhere. So let's open the door up for you so you can see. Oh look, I forgot to hoover it before I did the video. Oh, see, now you're going to judge me. There we have Recaro SR3s. Obviously they're red, so they've come out of a Honda of some kind. They are red Recaro SR3s, obviously. JDM knob, snap off, Sparco Boss, Greddy gauges, just the usual JDM look. Nothing exciting, too much. Just a really cool look. I mean, if it's a Jap car, you've got to have a snap-off steering wheel, haven't you? I think that's the law as well. Yeah, a nice old-school Alpine radio head unit. Just a typical like 90s JDM interior, to be honest. Lovely, you know, thick living room carpet, like shag pile everywhere. Lovely grey velour on the doors, and that's obviously the original seat interior, which is not the most desirable seats, I will give you that. That's why I have a set of Recaros in the front instead. But overall, she's a very clean car. I was very, very lucky to pick this up, to be honest. You know, they just don't exist anymore. I just popped the hood. Yeah, they don't exist anymore. Like, you know, it's not like you can just go out and buy an FC Rx7 anymore, especially a coupe that's rust-free. And yeah, she is rust-free. It's had her MOT, and the comments were they couldn't believe how clean it is underneath. She's had a couple of mishaps. She had a clutch that didn't fully go, but was pretty much slipping if you were driving. So yeah, it was about to explode. And the mechanic actually did it with no bother. He said he couldn't believe all the screws came, screws. If a clutch is screwed in, you're in trouble. All the bolts came out easy. He just couldn't believe how clean it was. So I was very, very lucky to get this car. So let's pop the hood, which is not the aluminium version. So if the camera wobbles, I apologize, because I have to lift this. Basically need a forklift. Let me just put the catch up. So there we go. The horrible engine bay of a rotary car. Just an absolute mess of an engine. Wires everywhere, vacuum hoses. A few things I've done under here. Induction kit, because that's a law. I mean, that's it, isn't it? I shouldn't even need to point at that. You'd be disappointed if you didn't see a K&N on, you know, on this car. What else have I done? Coilovers. We have coilovers all around. What else we've got? Well, obvious ones. We have Coil-Rad, which you put in with silicone hose kit. Twin fans, which were a real issue because the viscous fan, I hate the noise of a viscous on cars. So I took that off with a massive cowling, which was here, and then thought, oh, that's fine. A single big fan. I can't remember what size it was now, but it was basically the size of the radiator. That will keep it cool. No, it didn't. It did not. It got hot very, very fast, and it stayed hot, and it was a real pain to keep the temperature down. So I've gone to twin fans, which does work just about. A few other things we've got is this one here, which is from Cage Laser, who make that CNC. I can't remember the name of it now. It's like air diverter, something like that. I know the name, I've just forgot. And HKS cap, which is, again, you just got to do it, haven't you? But apart from that, it's unexciting. I have the strut brace to go on, which will tidy that up. The plans for this engine is not going to happen now. We have, you know, business is, well, you know, it's not going to happen now. it's not the cheapest thing to do, but this will be going on ITBs. I want ITBs, full Bridgeport, and just to see what power I can get out of it like that. So yeah, a lot to come on that. At the moment it's running and driving, so until it blows up it won't force my hand, so we will just keep it as it is. I'm just gonna put the bonnet back down. Yeah, that's a heavy bonnet. It's not even shut. Yeah, so that's pretty much that. Let me get some wider shots for you to be able to actually see the car. Obviously, full stainless. It's gone out of focus. Full stainless, straight through exhaust system. She's not too loud actually, to be fair. There we go, that's our old girl. She's very cool, we love it, but let us know what you think. Let us know in the comments, good or bad. Yeah, maybe you would do something different. Maybe give us some options, what you think we should do with it. But yeah, one thing I did forget to tell you, and it's probably the most important thing on this car, which completely transformed it, is the Cusco RS diff in the rear. Yes, I can't believe I forgot to tell you that. Yes, last year, finally got rid of the horrible crappy standard diff in it and put a Cusco RS, and it has transformed the car. She is a totally different car to drive, such good feel. But if any of you guys have ever used a 1.5 way or 2 way diff, especially your Cusco, it is a super aggressive diff. It sounds horrendous, sounds like the back of the car is falling off every time you drive it normally. If you drive it fast, then it loves it and it quietens down and it absolutely loves it. But anything normal, just driving around, maneuvering, parking, people look at you like, mate, your car is broken. So, but that's the diff life, unfortunately. But yeah, like I said, let us know what you think of it. Let us know in the comments. You love it? Do you hate it? Have we done something stupid? But maybe give us some ideas for it. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, I hate it. It's a very love-hate relationship. I like it here because it's sat in the workshop and it's nice to look at. But if I have to get in there and drive it anywhere, then the anxiety starts. And yes, this thing is full of jeopardy, and it was more than happy to throw a hissy fit. I mean, I have to move it out now to be able to get another car into the workshop, and there's a real risk it won't start, but we'll play the game anyway. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, hit us in the comments, hit like, hit subscribe, and hit the notifications so you keep up to date with everything that's going on here. And I'll see you in another video. I can't even say it. I'll see you in another video soon. Cheers.